Hi everyone, welcome to Mindful Crafts and More. I'm Katrina. If this is your first time checking out my channel, welcome. Take a look at this video or any of my other videos, and if you find yourself inspired, join my channel. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. I really appreciate you just hanging out with me for a bit. So, hi everyone. I am traveling and I decided to go ahead and still continue with the Advent calendar. I am preparing for an event in a little bit, and so I did have some makeup done. The person who did it, she is fantastic, and I just explained to her that I normally don't wear makeup, and she said that she would try to be mild. And so this is a very rare event for me to do makeup. So there you have it. All right. But in any case, I am here to share with you the Advent calendar. And I brought a few things with me that also can kind of go with this season, as well as just crafting in general. And I thought that it would be a fun thing to kind of share with you. So if you'd like to hear all about it, please go ahead and just sit tight, grab a drink, and just hang out with me for a bit. Okay. All right. So now here is the Advent calendar here. It is small and compact. And again, even though this is not what I expected, it actually, I'm going to turn it into something positive. All right. So I was able to bring it with me. Now, I do not have my pickle jar with me. So I'm not going to put it in the pickle jar and I'm not going to be able to weigh it, but that's okay. I can do that when I get back home. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and open it up. Okay. So here is our calendar. And previously, I by mistake opened up number four. So let's take a look and see what's in number three, which is the one that I missed. Okay. All right. So what is in number three? Okay. All right. So number three is a green. Number three is a very pretty kind of mint green color. All right, so that's nice. And it still feels like a basic acrylic yarn. I'm going to assume that it's probably about 10 grams, but I'll weigh it when I get back home and to my scale. All right, so I'm going to put it back in here. And then we know that that color is green. All right. Okay, so now what else did I have to share with you today? All right, so let me put this back. I am back. So now the other thing that I had to share with you was a series that I've been following since about 2008. All right. So the makers of the beautiful Barocco yarns, they came up with a series called Minutia. And I believe the first one that came out was in 2007. And they had some beautiful little small patterns that you can use, and it was a way to use up yarns that you may have from previous projects. Well, I love doing projects where I get to use my yarn up and make lots of things and give me opportunity to practice stitches as well. And so this is something that I have been following. And I have not made every one of them, but this year I was able to. So I'm going to share with you the ones that are here. All right. So it's called minutia. Okay. So this is a picture of minutia. All right. Isn't that awesome? So this is minutia 2025. All right. So now I had some yarns and I don't have Barocco yarn. So I wasn't able to actually use their yarns, but I do have some yarn, and this is what I'm going to share with you today. All right, so I grabbed my needles and I grabbed my yarn, and look what I came up with. Isn't this adorable? It is so cute. And you know what? It teaches you technique. You're learning how to make something and you're making small items. Now, what can you use this for? This is very small, yes, but you can use it for so many different things. For one, it can be used for a doll if you have a doll that's small enough. It can be used for decoration. It can be used for packaging and just different things like that. And like I said, it teaches you shaping without using a whole lot of yarn, and you just get to practice. All right. So this was very easy to make. It was using an I-cord and then using ribbing techniques and using decreases. And you had to do, um, a lot of techniques for this, and I really had a fun time doing it, and it didn't take long. All right, so minutia. All right. Now, this one pattern is called Norway spruce. All right. And again, I just happen to have a similar color yarn. And I don't know if the yarn weight for this is the same as the yarn that they chose, but I was able to work it out and do the pattern. So that being said, if you don't have the exact yarn and whatnot, your gauge may be a little bit different. But for these, they're small and it doesn't really matter because I'm doing it to practice and to have it anyway. So yes, what do you think? All right. Now, I probably would have enough to do something like this with the yarn that's in the Advent calendar. However, I want to be able to use the Advent minis in a way that it would go into one project. Okay. And I've had quite a few of you give me some recommendations on what I could do with it. So please continue to send the recommendations. It is very likely that I will not make the item until after the holiday is over because I may have to add to what I am receiving here from the Advent calendar in order to get a complete piece of what I want to do. All right. So just so you know, my thinking is I want to be able to use all these yarns in a complete piece. All right. And then just leave a comment in the comment section below. All right. So that's all I have for this portion. Let's go ahead and take a look at the puzzle solution for the last video that included a puzzle. And this is what I came up with. And this is the puzzle for today. So once again, thank you all so much for watching my videos, for giving me a thumbs up, for leaving me very kind comments, and for just hanging out with me for a bit. Now, I will say I've seen a couple of people who have actually purchased this calendar as well, and who are opening it up. And one is my dear Yarny friend by the name of Zelda NRJ3. She purchased it as well. I noticed that the yarn sequence in hers is different from mine. So I think it's interesting to see, and I wonder if we're going to get all the same colors just in a different sequence or not. So if you haven't checked her out, go check her out. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please go ahead, subscribe to her channel. She is awesome. She has tutorials, she has beautiful patterns, and she is just cooking videos and things like that. So please go check her out. That's Zelda NRJ3, and you won't be disappointed, okay? Because she is just beautiful inside and out. All right. So now that's all I have for today. I want each and every one of you to do everything you can to be mindful, do everything you can to be at your best health, and by all means, continue to be crafty every day. Share your gifts, be inspiring, and be inspired. All right. I look forward to seeing you again in one of my videos or one of yours. Bye bye now.